a cloud of black smoke came out. From that point, she walked upstairs, or she probably ran upstairs, woke my dad up, told him that there was a fire and he needed to get out, woke me up and told me there was a fire and I needed to get out of the house. Hey guys, so this is where I'm gonna start our series, is what happened the night of the fire. Who didn't know, my house was on fire on August 24th at 2 in the morning. And that was also my first day of college and the first day of my sister's trip, who still lives at home with us. So, well, she left the day before. She actually left on Sunday. It happened on a Monday. But the weird thing was that at 9:30 at night the night before, or a couple hours before, I had just come home from college. We had a welcome week, so I was there, and it was movie night, so I got home around 9:30. And I walked in through the garage as we normally do, and my mom said, "Did you come into the front?" And I was like, "Yes, of course I came into the front. Why?" And she was like, I was hearing some weird noises, kind of like a gurgling, and it happened to be in the wall where our pipes run down from the bathroom upstairs where we shower. And I was like, "Oh, it's probably maybe just the pipes or something, whatever." And she was like, "Okay, whatever, weird." Then around 11:30, unbeknownst to me, she went down to the basement and checked every inch of the basement because she had been hearing weird noises down there too. From there, she came upstairs and I had been in bed. I wasn't asleep yet, neither was she. And around 12:15, 15 minutes after midnight. So 15 minutes after midnight, my mom and I are getting ready, and she goes, "Did you go downstairs?" And I was like, "No, I've been in my bed the entire time." And she was like, "Weird, I'm hearing noises." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I heard that too." So she went down, only the first floor, but she didn't smell anything. The dogs weren't acting weird. I didn't smell anything. And she came back upstairs and went to bed. Now I didn't actually fall asleep until 12:30, 12:45 in the morning. So it's safe to say that the fire hadn't started until after 1. One thing that Gabrielle had told me, which is my sister who still lives here, she left early Sunday morning to drive up to Door County with her boyfriend. So this was about less than 24 hours before the fire started. She told me that as she was leaving the house, which is we leave through the garage, which is where I'm sitting right now, after she walked out of this door, she had a very strange feeling and was like, something's not right, something bad's gonna happen. She knew something was weird. But of course, like everyone else, she shook it off and got into her car and left for her trip. So there were quite a few weird things that had been going on that could have indicated a fire. I don't know, call it intuition, call it what you will, but there was something weird going on the night before. We were never expecting a fire though, but that's kind of the full circle of everything leading up to the fire. And I know. So my mom woke up. She heard the dogs barking, which she's a light sleeper. I'm her 4th kid. She's used to waking up to noises, and which isn't super abnormal. Our dogs bark at everything. Now they were barking a little more aggressively than they normally do. And at that point, my mom had smelled burning plastic. So she got up out of her bed and went down to the main floor. And from there, she tried to figure out where the burning plastic smell was coming from. Eventually, she ended up opening the basement door, and a cloud of black smoke came out. From that point, she walked upstairs, or she probably ran upstairs, woke my dad up, told him that there was a fire and he needed to get out, woke me up and told me there was a fire and I needed to get out of the house. From there, I'll take the story back to my perspective, which I already filmed, so you can kind of see what was going through my head and what my journey out of the burning house looked like and what we did afterwards. Another interesting wants to hear the story. Here's my perspective of it. And here's kind of the path I traveled. I pulled my shades because obviously I was sleeping. It was 2 in the morning. This is where my bed would have been and where my nightstand would be. I was here sleeping. I hear alarms going off and I'm like, oh, it's my alarm to get up, get ready for school, pack up, get ready. It wasn't. I hear my mom come in and she says, "There's a fire in the basement, get out of the house." I know my phone is in bed with me, but I have lots of pillows here. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to try and struggle and find my phone. I'm going to get the hell out. Turn to this side, grab my glasses off my nightstand, put them on, and I proceed out of the house. Now, it obviously wasn't going to be this bright in here, but yeah, get down the house. I run down the stairs, proceed to turn the corner to see where the fire is. I can't see anything really. Peer around the corner. I'm like, oh shit. And then I walk out. I open the front door. Hear my dad yell, everybody let's go out. Stand here. I hear my mom go, what about the dogs? At this point, by the time I had turned back around, I couldn't see this far in front of me. So I start yelling, come here boys, come on. I start yelling their names. I'm yelling into pitch black. Can't see a damn thing in front of me. Can't see anything around me. It's 2 a.m. Listen for them. I hear the dogs. I hear Chaos come out, crouch down, and hold them. Then I hear my mom run back upstairs because she had to get her phone to call 911. She ran up. She put Scooter down, and I have him in my arms. And Rascal had run out, and he thankfully stayed right there, but he was about to run. After that, after we were all out of the house, we got up, picked up all the dogs, and as my mom's on the phone with 911, we walk around the side of the house because we know that there is a window. There's actually 2, but we only look through the one that looks down in the basement. This is that window. On this window was a plastic sheet to stop bunnies from nesting in here. We're standing. We stand right here, and exactly where that board is a wall of orange. An orange that none of us can describe. An orange that you could not see flames nor smoke dancing through. A wall of orange, the most vibrant color ever. And right here is when I said, fuck. We hear stuff melting, we hear crackling, so we proceed to move because we know the window's gonna blow out. From there, it's kind of a bit of a blur. I know eventually we made it into our neighbor's driveway because we knew it was across from the house. It was the best place to be with the dogs. Now we were sitting across the street in that driveway because that is when after my mom had called her mom, my granny, I had called Jake, my boyfriend. I called him twice because I didn't have my phone, so I was calling from my mom's phone, and I didn't expect him to wake up at 2:30 or 2 a.m. He did, and I was like, hey, my house is on fire. Everyone's safe. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. And then it was done. And then my panic attack started. And by that time, we had 3 squad cars roll up, and we could hear the fire engine on its way. Which is when I proceeded to tell my mom, we need to put these dogs somewhere. I'm having a panic attack. Eventually, we figured out something. Our neighbors across or next to us here were so kind to wake up and stay with us the entire time, and they let us put the dogs in the car. Our neighbor from that house, the mom, came over. They have little kids, and she also works at Freight where my dad works. Came over and calmed me down for the entirety of my panic attack while the dogs were in the car, eating trees, drinking water, and just trying to chill out. From there, it's kind of a blur. It was a long, long night. And it was a lot of panic attack for me and me staying over there, whereas my dad was over by the house watching everything happen, my mom in the street talking to people. This entire street was blocked with 11 fire engines, at least 5 squad cars, and at least 2 paramedics. And there was another cop car who was down over there and had parked sideways so nobody could come down the street this way. From those 11 fire trucks, we had Mequon, Germantown, Richfield, and I believe Sussex was the other one, who all came out to come to this fire. And we had several teams come in, and as my dad said, the first group crawled in through the front door on their hands and knees, dragging the hose behind them to get down to the fire. Now, here's the interesting part. We believe the fire also had spread to part of the kitchen, and based on how much smoke damage and how much charring there is, which I can show you now. Everybody you can see there's some stuff melted, there was lights and things, and there's just an insane amount of soot right here. So we think that the kitchen right in this area here with these cabinets and our peninsula or island, whatever you want to call it. And then this is all the smoke coming out of the house the night of the fire, and these are some of the groups of firemen that were filtering in and out of the house. And then this was at 5 a.m. we were allowed back in the house, and we were in the basement. So these are only lights from the trucks outside and whatever flashlights the guys had with them, but this was our first look at the basement a couple hours after the fire, which obviously is really bad. That's our pull-out sofa right there. These are two of the firefighters, my dad. Here you can see me point to the Xbox, which is just melted, the TV that got blown out down there. And there's even more stuff back there that we couldn't quite tell how bad it was yet at that time. I don't really know if I'm going to end up posting this ever. But as you can see, I'm seriously covered in soot. And I had to wear these bags to get into my grandma's house. Like, this is from walking around barefoot in the house after the fire. And now I can shower and maybe get some sleep because I only had 2 hours. Quick photo of stuff in my room so we could see how much soot there was in the house. So I know a lot of y'all are concerned for me and my family, but we're all okay. I'm actually at campus right now. It was my first day of classes, so you guys can ask me whatever. Our house is okay for the most part. I mean, our main and second floor were okay. They're just covered in soot. And our basement's completely destroyed, but pretty much everything down there was stuff we really didn't need, so thank you for all the love and support. We're not sure how long we're staying here, but we'll know it'll be a little bit until they get us a house or a condo to stay in. Hey guys, this is Future. I realized I never took a video of where we're staying, so here's that. So we are staying at the hotel called Home 2 Suites by Hilton. So that's where we're staying. So this is our side of the room. This is the one I'm sharing with my sister Gabrielle. All our food. This is our kitchenette, which yeah, and our dogs are here with us. And then this is our door, bathroom, our abode where we kind of hang out and sleep. And then all our clothing and personal items are over there, and our TV. And then this door connects to our parents' room, which we always have open so the dogs can come in and out as they please, as you see the other two on the other side. And then theirs is basically just reverse of ours. Yeah. So let's get back to the original video. So this was the first time anyone was ever allowed back in the house after the night of, or the morning of the fire, and these are photos my mom took. You can see there's our kitchen floor, which has water damage, our front hallway, which has smoke damage, our front hallway floor that is just absolutely covered in soot. Here's the photo of the stairs down to the basement, which is absolutely haunting. And this is the first video my mom was able to take in the basement with the lighting that the restoration crew hung up down there. And this was before we had the fire investigation done, so we were allowed in all parts of the basement. And this is the other half of the basement, which is also melted and somewhat destroyed as well. I don't know how many more of you guys want to actually see this stuff, so I can stop posting if you want. But clearly we don't have electricity still in lots of parts of the house. We have to wear shoes that we don't mind getting soot on, which are rain boots, gloves for grabbing items that need to be cleaned or that we need, and masks to help with the smell. They actually did just install these. Where is it? To help with the smell, and I'm going to open up my blinds so I can see and pack up my rocks and jewelry and to get some of the smell out as well. But that's what I'm doing today. Just a photo I really wanted to point out because obviously you can see where the air purifier is, which is where he's shining the light, and it's just completely demolished. You can't even recognize what it is. All the dry screw in my room had been melting. Drywall screws in my room had melted, and you can see the entire pattern of them, which is how we know that the fire was at least 2,500 degrees. And then you can see my fan is absolutely covered in soot. My dressers are absolutely covered in soot. You can see where I've moved stuff around, and just the sheer destruction of a fire that was 2 levels down from my room and how much it just covered everything. this soot became like an entity to us. You can see on my wall where things were hanging, and it's an entity you do not want around because it is seriously toxic and corrosive because of what burned. Hey y'all, this is Editing Mac again. I forgot to film an outro for this video. So here's my outro. This was everything leading up to the fire, the night of the fire, and the week after the fire when we first got back into the house after the fire initially happened. So that's everything that's going on in this video, and thank you for following the journey. There will be plenty of more to come as we'll be out of the house for 6 to 8 months as they remodel everything and make us a brand new house basically. So I hope you enjoyed and you continue to follow this series, and as always, stay curious.